Alrighty everybody, welcome to a first look at the Stryker ADATS. Now I have played this for a couple of games already, but none of them went well, and I have stripped this thing of its commander. So, for all intents and purposes, this is a stock ADATS with the benefits of a level 2 crew. In order to get the upgrades, the partially loaded rocket pod, the heat rounds, and the improved gun clip, you basically complete these seasonal passes. And each one gives you whatever the number is. Now, stock-wise, this tank only has the stock armor for Stryker with some basic ERA, not really very helpful though, but it does get the choice of smoke grenades, 2 volleys each, 80-second magazine reload time. It also gets the ADATS AGTM launcher that you may be familiar with the ADATS, and also a pair of rocket pods as well. An improved thermal sight, which gives you spotting through foliage, is improved by 30%, and a nice little 430 horsepower diesel engine. So, as you can see here, the tank has 180 damage and 300 penetration with its missiles. Hopefully that may change if I swap the tank. Nope. But anyway, it has the choice of Sabo missiles, which have 300 pen, which you can use to penetrate the side armor of most MBTs. Definitely just about every AFV in the game. They do a pretty nice amount of damage. They do, however, cost quite a bit of camo, so they're mostly a first use weapon, well, close use weapon. And then lastly, you also get the ADATS AGTM as well, which has 900 pen, which is pretty good for tier 8. For tier 9, it's not very good. The next lower penetrating missile of tier 9 is actually the Terminator 2's, which has 950, which will go from being able to have a 33% chance of going for an M1A2C to a 50% chance. So, but it does have the ability to have the MP rounds that the heat rounds the Abrams series gets, so you will do at least 200 to 300 damage per hit, but not really that acceptable as you only have 8 missiles. Otherwise, defense-wise, the tank only has 2100 hit points, and for all intents and purposes is basically paper. I mean, pretty much you're going to get penetrated by everything. Thankfully, there is some hitboxes here, with these counting as unmanned turrets, well, the basically component damages, but this is very fully destructible, which means going hull down is not an idea, which is not a good idea at all. It also gets a choice of a radar, which adds in a 20 meter vision range, 30% spotting through foliage, but unfortunately a camo factor of -10, which is not good at all. Given the fact this thing only has 32% camo, stock on your own, you're going to have 22%, which basically means you're going to die very quickly, so I wouldn't really recommend taking that. However, there is no other ability. So, comparing this to other units of the same tier, let's go for AFV and TD. Let's go with it and its friends first. So, actually no, the first thing we do is do a recommended build with Erin, as Erin boosts the camo rating up quite significantly, whereas Erin camo rating is now on 37%, and then that is just with Erin's base camo factor. You will also get an additional 8% as well, which will boost your camo rate up to around 45%, which is pretty decent, and also the usual AFV things as well, as you pretty much probably want to take the ability to get away from the enemy. Spotting through camo gives you an extra 60%, which combined with that upgrade over there gives you 90% spotting through foliage. It can be improved to around 120%, but keep in mind that will reduce the camouflage factor by quite a bit. So now we do have a much better view range as well, which will be increased by 20, and also everything else is seen as well. Crew skills wise, since this is a wheeled vehicle, to be honest, it's kind of slow, so I'll take that. It does come with a commander, which is pretty good. So to be honest, I'll take Sharpshooter. It's primarily a missile vehicle, and for all intents and purposes, the reload time is pretty friggin' awful, so not even sure if that will help, but we will find out in the subsequent battles. So comparing it to other missile vehicles of everywhere else, so Crab and the ADATS, you can kind of see where this vehicle lies. It has a very small number of hit points, only slightly better than the M113 and the Crab, and falling fire behind the rest. Its hull armor is complete garbage, and so is the turret armor. Camo factor is worse than the Hellfire, better than the Terminator, slightly better than the AFT-10, worse than the Crab, and much better than the ADATS. Does however have to have very good view range and view range while stopped, which is pretty decent as well. Cannon depression isn't too good either, but at least it does depress instead of being fixed. So what you have here is basically a AGDS on a Stryker chassis with one shot of missiles, direct fire, and some finicky little direct fire missiles. That's the most of what I can say out of it, really. I'm not going to do the usual thing where I pick a game and review it afterwards. Instead, we're going to jump into match and we're going to see how it goes from there. So, see you when I finish loading in. Okay, here we go. We are loading into a game. Of course, the errand setup and everything, so let's see how this goes. Okay, tier 10 on Moscow, bunch of tier 9s on either team, and I seem to be the only ADATS. The Hellfires over there are probably, in terms of vehicles that can delete me instantly, we have the Cornet, the Crab, the M113 Hellfire. Pretty much every single vehicle on the team can murder me, and the Terminators, if they're using their HESH rounds, can kill me as well. The ADATS push rounds are going to be pretty much devastating, so I need to be pretty much careful. Now, most people don't really know the stats of the ADATS, in fact, but they will know it is a new vehicle, as most of them will never have seen it before, so I may be unfairly treated in this game where they just fire at me above everybody else. I'm not going to take the radar at the start of the game. I might use it when there's only MBTs, as MBTs ready, as you really shouldn't really bother taking view range stuff with MBTs. And I think, look at the model here, quite nice actually. As you can see, Hellfire pods are down there, missiles do go there. I don't think they deviate that much from the camera angle. Pretty much instant reload here, that's quite good. Full 30 seconds for the missiles to reload fully. So now we basically just got to see how this game goes. Should I turn up the game volume? Of course, there will be music over this, so we don't really need to worry that much about my computer fan eating a deck right now, but we should be fine. Okay, so the usual place I like to go on this map is to the bunkers, which one I can drive. Unfortunately, this doesn't have any of the upgrades the other two Stryker chassis does, so this doesn't have a trophy APS or the slat or the ERA armor, which means this thing is quite intensely vulnerable. I think I'm going to try and make a play for this side of the map, but hopefully I should be able to get the fuck out. This thing's reverse speed is around 40-ish, so Crab spotted. Crab's going places. Let's make a quick play, see what's up. There's the Crab Arena again. Okay, I kind of want to stay here, but I also know that I could die very quickly. Quick peek up. Crab didn't spot me. Hopefully, I'm going to try and see if I can use indirect fire with this. Maybe. Crab's over there. I think I'm spotting his unmanned turret. There's a clip before. Hit him in the turret. Beautiful. 42,000 miss. But still damage done to him overall. It's always nice to do that to a Panzer player. And I'm going to go for the reload. see if I can use the rockets if his affiliate triggers. Okay, very good spotting being done here. Poland Ball, Crab, Centauro being spotted. All good. Not really going to have that much supporting fire overall, but I think we should be able to do this. Not really 100% sure. I know that firing my rockets right now, I actually did it before on this map, and they basically do a massive camo loss, so not really enthusiastic about firing those. Come on, move up. There we go. And I think the missiles are too fast at this angle to actually hit that guy. We do seem to be losing this map very heavily. In fact, the XM1A3 is going to go straight for that leopard and he's going to clap his cheeks, so I need to be prepared to get the fuck out of here and do damage to their team. Okay, these missiles actually can't hit that XM1. Yeah, they're not agile enough for this. I want to hit that guy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fuck, spotted. Oof. Okay, yeah, these missiles aren't going to be able to help, so I'm basically incapable of supporting this leopard. So I don't really know what I can do. In fact, there's not much I can. I keep getting spotted by everything. Huh. The smoke grenades are mounted. Okay, and the smoke grenades are fixed as well, meaning that issues are going to be had. Is it possible to shoot them? Crab's down there. I kind of want to see them move up actually, but at the same time I need to get the fuck out of here because that crab is going to be on my ass very quickly. There's also a cornet and everything over there. I mean, I've done 1900 damage to a T40, which is pretty okay, but and some spotting damage as well, but not really a great first game for this, is there? And both teams have switched sides. I think roughly I can take on the crab if I use my missiles. Sorry, my rockets. You have rockets and missiles. Ooh. Let's keep going. Let's see how much of their team I can fuck up from this angle. Okay. Right. Because since these are heat MP rounds, I should, and I say should, be able to just do consistent damage to these guys. Now that crab's going to keep coming up from that corner, which means I need to be preferably on that side of the map. So let's load those rockets and just keep falling back. And thankfully, since this isn't an AGS or the M113 Hellfire, this thing's actual top speed comes into play. 80 kilometers an hour, which is, it's not exactly crab levels or the wheeled recon line, but it's still pretty decent overall. So hopefully I should be able to help my team out. Unfortunately, the crab is still probably dominant over this thing with its full missile rack. So I don't really particularly want to engage one, and I think I start shooting them now. I'm not sure. That XM1 is probably still going to be there. The 2AX should win versus that guy over there. So we can start moving as well. In fact, we may have, yeah, we've actually won this game. This is incredibly annoying. I've run all the way across the map, which means I might actually be better off just running after that crab at this point. I thought those guys were going to fold in the center, and it turns out they haven't. So let's see if we can get any damage off on them. Where's XM1A3 going? Is he still there? He's still there. Right. Yes, there we go. Beautiful missile hit there. XM1A3 is continuing to fall back. Ooh, nope, not yet. Come on. There we go. Beautiful hit. Okay, and those two are still going to be over there. This game probably isn't over yet. Oh, and it looks like you do actually have a full reload with the rockets, so you can't exactly stagger fire them. Come on, damn it! Okay. so it looks like... I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point that we've won this game, but that crab and that centauro are still going to be alive and kicking. In fact, I may even run into them right now. So the decision whether or not to use the missiles or the rockets is going to impact this game pretty heavily. There's a sense... There we go. And can I kill this crab? Yo, we killed each other. No, I didn't. Eh? Oh, I thought I hit the crab. Oh well, he's not going to survive. We'll see how this plays out. So Leclerc T40 will probably kill him. In fact, I basically destroyed that Centaur 120 in close combat with the rockets. Is actually pretty decent. But unfortunately, that crab killed me, and I was a little bit too slow on the draw of those missiles. I guess without those rockets, the Stryker ADATS is probably like super duper vulnerable in close combat. And we won. So this is my 4th game in the ADATS. The first 3 games were like 1000 damage, and then the 4th game I get 6800. Cool. So you can see this thing is pretty capable of putting out damage, but I would like to put out a reminder that I wouldn't have done that damage to X103 if his side armor wasn't there. But overall, yeah, I can't really complain. The decision to sit in the middle and then go back to kill off that 120, full damage to him actually, is actually really good. Total potential damage would have been 9000. No damage mitigated, of course, but overall that's not a bad first game, so let's see if we can get another one of that caliber. Okay, next game in a primarily tier 8 match. Cool. So, this may or may not go horribly wrong. They do have quite a few camo spotters on their team. The VBL is probably going to be camo retrofitted, and those RCRs are pretty stealthy as well. On our team, we do have a Weasel and a Vax, so spotting wise, yay, nay, I'm not sure. Fortunately, my 900 pen is going to pretty much go through all of their stuff frontally, except for the Leclerc and the Merkava 3, and it looks like for the most part I'm probably going to have to go to my favourite spot, which is the place over at D2. I may pop my radar initially to see what's up, but the massive 10% loss to the camo is not great. Like on the ADATS you can have that radar up all the time as you literally have no camo anyway, so you might as well use it, like why not? It looks like we have MBTs, which I'm going to push down that way. Will the Weasel hot saying he will? That's one way of doing it, I guess. Yeah, let's go. So I think I'm going to get into position. Fucking T90, thanks. Over there, pop the radar, see if there's any camo snipers. Usually the RCR, it's actually probably going to be the Centauro, the Draco, probably an NM142 or so forth. In fact, I'm generally terrified of that NM142, as that fucking artillery wagon can top-down missile me in 4 hits. So, not going to be very helpful. We don't really have anybody coming here. So, let's see what I can do with this view range. Now, it does seem to have some pretty decent view range in camo, so let's see if the bush will help. Right. Nothing so far. The same poi radar that the other tank gets, and I'm pretty sure my massive foliage will probably kill them, but I need to be aware that when firing I do not want that radar on, as it's going to basically murder my camo and I will die very quickly. Don't really know where the other team is, so let's put it down and see about moving up. Now it looks like that Weasel's probably going to have a camo game. Special Agent has been activated, which kind of nullifies the concealment but leaves 2% out of it, and on a vehicle like this you probably want every single bit of your camo. So the question is, where is the enemy team? Like, where the fuck are these people? Okay, so Yeah. So it looks like the enemy team is actually concentrated over there. So, okay. At least we know one of them's in cover, and it's probably going to be that RCR. I think I hit him. I'm not sure. This thing's missiles are very fast, which means while they do have a very quick camo time, it does otherwise mean that... Am I gonna get spotted? No. Alright, let's see about popping a camo here. Okay, the camo literally... Unfortunately, I don't really seem to be able to hit them with this thing at all. So let's see if we can edge into this part of the map. Okay, let's bring it up again and see if we can... Okay, there we go, there's a Draco. So now I can finally hit the Draco and he's backed off out of cover. And it looks like that Type 96B and his friends are going to start moving up. But I need to see if I can kill these guys. I really need to see if I can take out that Centauro and the Draco. If I can kill both of their tier 9 TDs, we should have a shot of winning this. Draco's moving up and the Centauro as well. Yes, there we go, 709. Very good shot there. That's actually the first damaging hit of the game. And I have one shot left. Okay, I think it's time to get out of here. Right, let's go back. Let's see if I can desperately get out of here. Not spotted yet though, which is quite interesting behavior. Right, let's see about killing this Draco or the RCR. Should get a bit of an increase to the spawning radius, and I don't think they should be able to see me from here. See, those rocket pods seem to be really coming in handy now, don't they? Alright, let's see about killing this RCR. Nope. That is a bounce. I'm going to reload. 4, 3, 2, 1. If that Draco does move to fire on that other one, I should have a firing squad on him. Holy shit! It's a good hit on him. Also have a Patriot over there. I need to cover that Draco over there. There's an LCR moving up. Probably going to see if he can kill me. In fact, it's probably going to result in a loss for me. But at the same time, actually, the question is, where's that 96B going? Is he going to go straight for them? Okay, so the clerk is going somewhere. Okay, the clerk is moving up, which means I need to get into some kind of cover. Come on. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the clerk is actually backed off at this point. So I'm feeling very paranoid about myself right now, as the clerk does have the ability to basically completely destroy me, and I want to see if I can kill those two guys over there actually. Question is, well, I don't think they're going to live because that MBT train at the south should be able to kill them. Clerk's over there. Ooh, 195 damage. In fact, I could potentially kill this clerk. I could 1v1 this man actually. Looks like the VAC's going to get there first. Okay. Yeah, that went well. The whole do you remember the whole vulnerability in close combat thing I was talking about? Yeah, that's definitely a thing. In fact, I should not have reloaded those missiles because that dragon is going to come up for me. So I need to have these missile pods loaded and ready for him. It's also going to be that Mr. Type 96B over there. Can I hit him? The answer is a big fat no. There's also a dragon down there. And we also have the rest of their MBTs to deal with, which will be that Leclerc brother and everyone, all of his friends. Right. Not a bad game, really. The utility of the radar did. I mean, I want to say it helped, but I'm not sure. As genuinely speaking, the loss of camo with something like that. I mean, it should be pretty fun when it comes to actually finding the enemy, but firing not going to be helpful at all. There's a part of me that. Okay, week 1. So. Now we're actually going to see if that radar camo actually spotted anything or not, because I think I was a little bit too distracted to see, but I kind of want to see it helped. Did it help? Okay, let's see. Total damage 5,850. No spots, so that goes out the window. Still. Not a bad game, really. Total potential damage would have been 10, no spotted enemies. Unfortunately, it seems that the VAC got them, but yeah, that's not a bad game. Alright, I think it's going to be the end of this little first look at this thing. It seems to be pretty fun, but it could do with a buff. By a buff, I mean a buff to 950 like the Terminator 2 has, but to be honest, I'd straight up give it 1000 penetration, as it doesn't have the 1100 the Hellfire does, and it doesn't have the indirect fire that the AGDS does, which is the reason why the AGDS's missile actually performs so well, as you may have seen on recent videos or live streams. For the most part, I don't really know what other commanders to use. Sabrina maybe, or Rashid to help with the missile control, but then you lose all that camouflage with Erin, and that's going to get you killed very, very quickly. So, to be honest, I don't know. For now, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Hopefully I'll remember to put music up and everything. Those games are recorded live, so yay for me doing that. But I don't think I'm going to do the recording live games, as Armored Warfare, like any other multiplayer game, can be very, very RNG dependent. Yeah, so for now, take care guys, I hope you enjoyed this little first look, and see you all for the M113 Hellfire review. Bye for now.